Okay. Hi everyone. I want to teach Tonic Solfas today. So Tonic Solfas are basically what everybody calls the re mi fa sol la ti do. So those are like tonic solfas. But how do you find tonic solfas, and what are the benefits of finding or singing tonic solfas? I think every musician obviously needs to learn how to sing tonic solfas. I think this helps with um, your singing. This helps with your riffing, and a couple of other things as well. Um, so yes, I don't know how long this is going to be, but I will do my best to break it down. Um, for every song, there is a solfa or a tonic solfa, and I'd start like this. Um, I'd say that the first thing I'll start with is every key has a solfa, or better still, every key has the same solfa. So let's break that down. So on the key of C, and this is the re mi fa sol la ti do. So that's the re mi fa sol la ti do. That's lots of fa mi re do. So if you go to the key of D, that as well would be. So it's the same solfa. So it's on C would be do re mi fa sol la ti do, and D. So it's the same do re mi fa sol la ti do till la sol fa mi re do. So tonic solfas are constant on all keys. All right, on E, same thing. Tonic solfas are constant on all keys. If we go to, you know, same thing, same thing. So it's the same do re mi fa sol la ti do till la sol fa mi re do. So that's the first thing you need to understand about tonic solfas, right? They are constant on all keys. Um, so for example, so that's the first thing that you need to learn. Second thing you need to learn about tonic solfas is the tonic solfas for songs are the same. Now let me explain. Um, if we take for example the gospel song, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases." Let's go and see. So the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. So I do. So if I want to play that same thing on another key, let's say G. Now here it would be basically it's the same thing, right? So the same solfas that you played on C would be the same solfas that you play on G. So tonic solfas are the same. So which brings me back to my first point that tonic solfas are the same. So that's the second thing, right? Um, Now, if you have a piano, um, you can learn tonic solfas easily. But if you don't have a piano, there's a way you can do it. All you need is a piano app. But of course, I'm going to like teach you the solfa way, or the piano way and the non-piano way. Okay. Um, so let's start with the non-piano way. So because I think that would be better for everybody to understand. So I'll start with the non-piano way. Now, for the non-piano way, let's come back to C. Um, for the non-piano way, there's a way you can get tonic solfas. First thing you need to do, the very first thing to singing tonic solfas is knowing how to sing your major scale. Like you must know how to sing it properly, right? Some people say do re mi, so some people say do re mi fa sol la ti do. Then when they go back, they say things like do ti fa sol fa mi fa do, stuff like that. Your tonic solfas have to be accurate. So better still, your major scale has to be accurate. So the first one is, let me break this down. First one is do. Second one is re. So do, re, mi, fa, sa, la. Pardon my voice, please. Ti, do. Alright. Then do. Then when you're going back, it's do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Yeah, so it's do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So that's how it is, right? So do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. And so you should practice singing this as accurately as you can. All right, so do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. And ensure that you don't sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa. Ensure you don't see now if you're singing fa, let your fa be fa, right? If you're singing sol, let your sol be sol. If you're singing la, let your la be la. Okay, don't sing do, re, mi, la, sol, fa, ti, do, stuff like that. Please don't do that. Okay. So yeah, so you have to sing it as accurately as possible. So you should practice singing your tonic solfas um accurately, the major scale rather. So what is the major scale? Of course, the major scale is the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. That's the major scale. Okay. So practice singing that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So that's the first one. Right, so that's the very first step to learning tonic solfas. So let's do an exercise, right? I'm gonna sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I'm going to sing it about 3 times, um, or I'm going to play it 3 times, and so sing along as I play. Okay, so just sing along as I play. So I'm starting now. So that's the first step, right? So remember we're doing the non-piano way, yeah. So that's the first step to singing tonic solfas. You have to be able to um, uh, sing your major scale. That's the first thing, right? So when you sing your major scale, then we go to the second part. Now the second part is picking a song. Okay. So we're doing obviously let's pick the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Now if you don't know the song, let me just play the song. Uh, so that's the song, right? So they are new every morning, new. So I think I added a little bit of whatever it is that we like to call it in gospel. But let me play the song simply or simpler. Or let me play the song. So So now, so that's the song we're picking, right? So the next thing that we want to do is we want to try to identify um um we want to basically do something called, I don't know how to say this, but let's try to like sing the song in another way. So let's do la 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 la. All right, and you want to ensure that your tone is obviously like synonymous with the song. Okay, so la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la. La 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 la. So, that may be quite tedious for some of you. But yeah, let's just try and like break that down. Um, So, like I said, the first thing is to sing your major scale. Sing now, not just play. Sing, right? And there's an emphasis on sing. Sing your major scale. So, first step is sing your major scale. So, do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do. Right. Second step is when you sing after singing a major scale, and second step is to now sing the song. Right. Know the song you want to sing the solfa for, right? Know the song. So the song would be the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Pardon my voice. New every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. Great is thy faithfulness. All right. So what you want to do is, so that's the second step. You could la the song, if I'm going to say it like that, right? You could la the song, or you could just sing the song. Either way is fine. So that's the second step. So number one is sing the what's it called? The major scale. Know how to sing the major scale. The and by the way, you could sing the major scale on any key, right? Like I said, it's the same for all of the keys, right? So this is on F. All right, so it's the same for all of the keys. So whatever key you sing, the major scale, it's fine, right? You don't have to sing it on a particular key, right? It's fine. So uh, so it's really it's pretty much the same thing on all of the keys, right? So that's the second thing you have to do. You have to la, or better still, know how to sing the song. Okay. So now the third step after playing the major scale and after singing after singing the song. Now the third step is to find the solfa. Now let me explain what that means. Now let's come back to C, right? Yeah. So let's come back to C, okay? Um now so we're singing they are new every morning, great is thy faithfulness, O Lord, great is thy faithfulness. Now what you want to do is um um you're going to break the song into syllables. Now, this is actually very important, right? You need to break the song into syllables. Break the song into syllables. Break the song into syllables. So the first step is sing the major scale. If you have a piano, of course, you could play the major scale. Second point is sing the song. know how to sing the song you want to play the solfa for. That's the second step. Okay. The third step is to break the song down into syllables. Break the song down into syllables. I'm going to say it again. Break the song down into syllables. Okay. So, now breaking the song down into syllables looks like this. Now, of course, what is a syllable? A syllable is to break a word into a pronounceable subword. So, for example, if I say, if I say, uh, I don't know now, words are failing me right now. Laptop, yeah. So let me just say laptop, right? A laptop has two syllables, right? So it's lap and top, okay? Lap, top. So like I can pronounce lap, I can pronounce top, okay? And so if I also say I want to, let's take like different words like camera. A camera has three syllables, so it's ka. This sounds very funny. It's ka. There is ka. There is um um camera. So there's ka, there's me, and there's ra. So there's three syllables in camera. Okay. Camera. Pronounced as camera. Whatever. Right. If I'm not pronouncing this well, I'm sorry. This is not English class. This is a music class. Okay. I just want to ensure that we all get that. Okay, so camera, three syllables. Okay, so the point is you want to break the song because tonic solfas work in syllables, right? So you want to break the song in syllables. Now, so the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases goes like this. So let's break that down into syllables, right? So the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Okay, so um the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. So the steadfast love. Now, of course, the words in the song are the steadfast love. Now, if we're going to break that into syllables, it would be the steadfast love. That's what it is. The steadfast love. So the is one syllable. Steadfast is two syllables. Stead and fast. Okay. Love, one syllable. Of, one syllable. Okay. The steadfast love of the, again, one syllable. Lord, one syllable. So if we're going to break this in syllables, it would be the steadfast love, the steadfast love of the Lord. Never. That's nine syllables. CZ. That's 11 syllables. Okay? So, there's 11 syllables in the first part of the song. So, the first part of the song is the steadfast love, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. So that's 11. Okay? Now, so when you break that down into syllables, what you want to do next is to find the solfa of each syllable. So that's the fourth step. So remember, again, let's recap. First step is to find, the first step is to find is to play the major scale. Second step is to, second step is to, what's the second step? First step is to play the major scale. Second step is to sing the song that you want to play. So that's the second step. So the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. I just know the song. Of course, I'm just using this song as an example, right? So that's the second step. The third step is to what's the third step? So the third step is to break the song into syllables. That's the third step. Play the major scale, know the song or sing the song, or sing the major scale, number one. Sing the song, number two. Break the song into syllables, number three. And find the solfa for the songs, or for the syllables rather. Find the solfa for the syllables that you want to, that you're breaking, right? Or find the solfa for the syllables that you have, you created basically. All right. So that's the fourth step. Now let me explain how that goes. Now if you take something like the steadfast love. Now the steadfast love. Oh, I think I forgot to add one step, and that step is very important, which is to find your root note. Now, your root note is actually very important. Um, so that will be the fifth step. So number one, play the major scale. Number two, um, number one, play the major scale. Number two, or sing the major scale. Why do I keep saying play? Probably because obviously I have a piano here. Anyway, so number one, play the major scale. Number two, um, sing the song or know the song and sing the song. That's number two. Number one, sing the major scale accurately. Number two, play the song or sing the song accurately. Number three, break the song into syllables, right? Number four, before you find, okay, so here's how it's gonna be. So before you find the solfa for each song or for each syllable, know your root note. Know your root note. Okay. Actually, this is supposed to come first, but I'm gonna provide like I'm gonna provide a PDF explaining this process, right? I'm gonna provide a PDF that explains this process. So obviously, like this is gonna be for all of my students and stuff. So saying the syllable, or what am I saying? What am I talking about? Okay, so back to what we're talking about. So we want to find the root note. So that would be the fourth step, right? So the fourth step would be to find the root note. Now, the root note. What is a root note? A root note is basically your one. Okay, your root note is basically your one. Now, what is your one? Music is basically governed by the number system. Now, let me quickly explain what that means. Now, in songs, there are numbers, right? Or better still, when you play music, there are numbers. So you've got your now in your tonic solfa, do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do. Right. So in your tonic solfa or your tonic solfas, whichever one you want to call it now, there are basically like how do I put this now? There are numbers to it. So do is your one, re is your two, right? Mi is your three, right? Fa is your four, so is your five, la is your six, ti is your seven, and the last one is your eight or your one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or one, whichever case it may be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or one, right? So what you want to do is when you break that down, you have to like find your root note. So your root note is your one, okay? So your do is always your one for every song that you sing, for every song on the major scale that you sing, okay? So the do is your one, right? So the do is actually your one. So if you go to another key, notice I said that tonic solfas are basically the same on all the keys, right? So the do is your one. So now if on F, all right. So basically that's on F. Now on F, this is your do. All right. So this is your do. All right. So your do is basically your one on whichever key you're singing on. So that's your do. So I don't. I'm going to dedicate another like class to teaching. I'm going to dedicate another video to teaching. Like the number system and stuff like that, right? So what was I saying? Yes. So you have to like know your root note. So in this case, 1C, your root note is one, 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 do, 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 do. So that's your root note. So for this case, your one is your root note, and that's do, that's C, do. Right. So the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases it. Now, so when you identify your root note, so that's the fourth one. Identify your root note. Okay. Now the fifth, right? The fifth is when you identify your root note, right? What you now want to do is to now sing or find the tonic solfas of each syllable. That's the fifth one. Find the tonic solfas of each syllable. Okay, find the tonic solfas of each syllable. That's what you have to do. Find the tonic solfas of each syllable. Okay. Now let's look at how that works. Now, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Now, like I said, this is your one. Do one. Do 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 do. Right? Do. Alright. So the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Now, remember that we're finding now what we are finding solfas for are the syllables. I need you to really understand this. We are finding solfas for the syllables. We are finding solfas for the syllables. Again, we are finding solfas for the syllables. Alright. So the first syllable is the in the song, right? The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Okay? So um the steadfast love, so so now what we have to do is from our major scale. So now this is what we're going to combine both our point one or process one or step one, step two, and step five. Now step one is play the major scale, sing the major scale. Step two, after singing the major scale, step two would be to sing the song. Now, so the steadfast love, the first word is the. So the, the. Then you're going to check with your major scale and see which solfa matches that tone. Now, the tone for the is the tone for the is the. So the. So now I'm gonna check with my major scale and I'm gonna do do the. Doesn't work. Let's start here. Yeah, so let's start here. This is do the nope. Re, the nope, doesn't work. Me the steadfast love, the nope. Fa the nope, doesn't work. Sa the the that seems to work. So is the first one. So the first solfa for the steadfast love is so. That's what it is, right? So the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. So the. So now the second syllable is the steadfast. Now the second syllable is stead. Okay, the steadfast. So the second syllable is stead. So the stead, the stead. So the second syllable is stead. So we're gonna start again from the one. Stead. Okay, that seems like it. That seems like it. That seems like it. So the stead, the stead, the stead, the stead, the stead. Now the next syllable is the steadfast love. So we've gotten stead, and now the third one is fast. That's the third syllable. So the stead fast. So now let's start from the do again. Start from the one. So this is why it is good to identify your root notes, right? Because you want to ensure that your root notes are basically, or you want to ensure that you identify your root notes so that you can always like have a reference, basically, right? So the stead. So we've gotten the stead, right? So the stead fast. Now we're gonna start with fast, fast, fast. Nope. Fast. Yep. So this is it. So this is the solfa. So the steadfast. So basically, what that means is, so we've gotten the steadfast. So this is basically so do re. So do re. So basically, this is how you're going to find the tonic solfas for like all of the songs. So for all of the syllables. So when you finish all of the syllables, right? What is going to happen is, you are going to come up with something like this. So do re mi fa mi re do ti, right? So do re mi fa so. Mi sol la sol fa mi re. So fa mi re do. Fa mi re do ti do re mi. Fa mi re do ti do. So that's how you come up with the solfa for a song. So all of the 5 steps, and that is what it basically like leads you to. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna stop here because this is already 30 minutes in, and I don't want to, um, you know, what's it called, waste any much more time. All right. So yeah. So finally, if you want to learn more about music, if you want to learn more about music, want to like start from scratch, I teach music from scratch. All right. So if you want to learn about music and how to play the piano, how to be a music director, etc, etc, etc. Basically, if you also like are interested in like music composition, music production, subscribe to the channel and obviously like join my music lab. I've got a music lab, and of course um, you're gonna see the link somewhere around, So yeah, so join my music lab, learn music today, and let's get a career in music. So yeah, thank you, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.